here with Mustafa Moneir with his beautiful brand from Geneva. Tell us about your brand, for your inspiration. When did you start it? What is the story behind? So beautiful, guys. I tried all of these perfumes already. This is totally unusual.
First of all, I'm very honored that you like my my world, my universe. I'm the perfumer, I'm the creative director, I'm the founder. And for me, perfume is a 360-degree approach. For me, it doesn't make sense to just create the perfume and not think of how it fits inside the packaging, how the characters inside this perfume and the stories inside this perfume come, are portrayed of every perfume when I design it. And the concept of Créateur Olfactif, or my philosophy in life, is that life is already magical.
Yes.
Life is already crazy enough. There's life is stranger than fiction. You just need to look in the right moments, in the right spots, from the right angle, from the right perspective. You don't need to look for fairy tales. Life can already be magical enough. All of the fragrances that I make are based on true stories. Things that happened or moments where life was stranger than fiction.
And why is it opera?
It's whether it's a cinema, an opera, a theater, a puppet show.
Yeah.
For me, it's all related. It's all about methods of telling a story, because perfumery is just another method of telling a story.
Absolutely.
I grew up in 5 or 6 different countries.
Wow.
Germany, Denmark, Australia, Austria, Egypt, Switzerland. And wherever I went, there would always be a claw machine at every cinema I went to. It would never let me win. So it would torment me, it would haunt me in every place I went to, every city I went to, every cinema I went to. Not once did I win. So I decided...
How frustrating.
Yeah. So I decided, now that I'm building my own cinema Créateur Olfactif, our booth is in the shape of a cinema. Now that I'm building my own cinema, I'm going to have my own claw machine, and I'm going to torment everyone.
I think that one is a lucky machine, because I tried twice and I win twice. So did you decide to become a perfumer?
I studied pharmacy in Vienna. I was always interested in smell, because smell, helped me also as a child when I moved from different places to make sense of the new cities that I moved to. Smell doesn't require language. When I moved to a new place and they didn't speak the language, I would make sense of it with smell. But then in my 4th year of studying pharmacy, I decided to contact one of the main manufacturers of raw materials in perfumery in Switzerland, Geneva, actually, where I live now, 20 years later. And I contacted them and I said, I want those raw materials, this and this and this molecules. I want, can you send me them? They, laughed and they said, we definitely don't sell to mere mortals. We don't sell to individuals. I was doing an internship at a pharmaceutical company, and I wrote them an email, and I said, I'm not me, I'm someone else. I would like to order these raw materials. I started mixing my own my own perfume, and I studied perfumery then in Paris, in France. And then I went on to become a perfumer in the industry, and then I became independent, and I still have my agent in Paris. It's now Créateur Olfactif. Because for Créateur Olfactif, I always think in a very specific way. It's the way I design for Créateur Olfactif. I still take very few projects a year. I have my agent in Paris, and I take very few projects a year because I don't have much time anymore.
Right.
But those that I do, I really enjoy. And
human doesn't produce our own pheromones, or we do?
Yeah, exactly. So, humans are the only mammals, or one of the few mammals, that don't produce their own pheromones. So we choose it basically in the form of perfume. Perfume, our pheromone of choice. What connected me to the story of Stolen Notes, which is the 5th fragrance of Créateur Olfactif, because it tells the story of a bee.
That's an amazing story,
guys. A very strange bee, that I came across while studying orchids. So it was a completely different topic originally.
Yeah.
And I kept coming across this bee that basically goes from flower to flower, not to steal nectar like or to collect nectar like all other bees, and it doesn't live in a colony like all other bees, but it goes and steals perfume.
Wow.
And to create its own olfactory identity, and each one of the bee that they collect from even the same area has its own
different.
perfume.
Oh my
And
god!
its own different collection of or composition of perfume. So it's kind of like us, you know, like kind of like humans. We're a collection of what we like. You know, we're a collection of the perfume we like. We're a collection of the hobbies we have. We're a collection of, you know, and we choose perfume as our second skin, as our pheromone.
Yeah, I believe also the perfume is for bringing the memories, imagination, or inspiration, or even create that power or seduction for the more bring the sexiness for the night,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So that's all
Or
it's
just
about.
to have fun, you know. Sometimes it's just
yeah.
for yourself, and you know, we until now the researchers don't know why this bee is collecting the perfume. I mean, it's not proven that it's doing it to attract the opposite gender.
Yeah.
You know, I designed my packaging is basically the way that I design my perfume. I remove whatever is not essential in a perfume formula. After I create the formula, I strip away any aspect of the formula that is unnecessary in order to reach a very clear, clean effect in the end that makes sense. You know, to break the complex into its most common denominator. And I apply the same principle to my box design, because packaging, I hate packaging. Packaging doesn't make sense to me. The idea that you spend so much money on something beautiful, which makes sense, but in the end, the first thing that you do is throw away this beautiful packaging. And so I sat down and I thought about it in terms of design thinking, the way I approach my formulas when I design perfume. And I thought, what is absolutely necessary in packaging? And you need packaging to protect the bottle, and that's it. What else do you really need it for? And so I stripped away anything that is unnecessary. Take it, you spray, and you place it back.
I really enjoy your storytelling, because this perfume, guys, it's totally niche, it's totally artistry. It's not like anything that you can find, not mass market, and it's gonna bring you some type of memories, imagination, the creation and inspiration for sure. So check it out. Where we can find your perfume is in your website.
On the website, and now, so at Esxence now is the first step of internationalization outside of Switzerland. So very soon you'll also find it in stores near you.